Hello again, and welcome to my creative African cooking channel, Ndudu by Fafa. In care, oh God, it's not Dwade, no. Yes, I got it. Okay, in care, yele, it's another level. Okay, really. I got that in the end. This recipe is a must try. It's a classic flavor-packed recipe, and of course I'm just adding my little twist now today. At this point, if you haven't watched my previous video about yam, then you need to familiarize yourself with it, because we're moving to the next level. We are going to be fusing flavors, so you know the classic Ghanaian egg stew, yes, with a yam, turn into canopies, turn into these posh little things. Now what's it then? Look at Glomnala. Hey, your neighbor at the Flavours, yeah. Let's start. So of course you do peel your yam, you slice it, wash it, place it in a saucepan with cold water and allow it to boil for 5 minutes. Now this is thinly sliced, so because of that the 5 minutes works. Add your salt to taste, of course. And after that, your yam is perfectly cooked. Now what I'm going to do is leave this yam for it to cool down, because the next thing I'm going to do to this yam is something so great. Now right, so now that it's cooled down, I've got my biscuit cutter. I will be using the biscuit cutter to create these yam rings. And of course, the part of the yam that I'm taking out, I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to dice it because I will be infusing it into this. Even if it breaks, don't worry. I'll tell you what happens next. Anyway, so in a bowl, I've just added my finely diced red onions. You can use any onions, and I've got my green chilies, which are the Kaswa chilies here. You can use any green chilies. Add your cracked egg to that mixture, and also a teaspoonful of your cornstarch or corn flour, which would make this fluffy and beautiful. Now I have got just a little bit of like my yellow peppers left. You can use your green or orange ones, it doesn't matter. I've added that to it, my salt to taste, but of course I'm adding the diced yam pieces that I did mention earlier. So once you do that, mix everything together till it's well combined, as you can see. Now you'll be like, what is this girl up to? Of course, now we're taking it to the next level now sitting. So now I'm back. I've got my frying pan, I've got a little bit of oil, I've placed my yam rings into that. So this is going to gently fry just for about 1.5 minutes, whilst I just move on to the next level. As I said, even if it breaks, don't worry. Just follow this procedure and you'll be fine. I've got you covered. So now the egg mixture, we're filling this hole with it. You see where I'm going with this? It's just incredible. Perfect canopy, perfect snack. I mean, yet again, you can, use this as your basis for your burger if you wish. And Lomi Mali, of course. So I'm going to allow this to fry, but I'm going to lower the heat to its lower setting. And what I'm going to do is cover the frying pan with its lid. Now, by doing this, you find the bottom part of this beautiful thing that I'm creating here, and also the top part steams perfectly. So now you can see how lovely and crispy it is at the bottom, but I'm just turning it around just to gently crispen up the top, but not overly too much. So of course, this entire process, I did cook it for about 4 minutes on that low heat on one side, and then just for 30 seconds on the other side. So just slightly browns, and here we have the pièce de résistance. So you see, you've got different ways now of enjoying your yam. I mean, you can be creative as well, and you can add some pineapple chunks if you choose as well, and it gives you that sweetness as you do. Now, my previous video also talks about yam, and that is like, stuffed yam with some mozzarella. It's a must watch and a must try recipe, by the way. Now, you think I'm done? Of course not. So I'm happy with my creation. And what am I going to do? Of course, do my je ne sais quoi, as I always do. Wash my hands first, clean it, as always. Yes, definitely. And then I've got my smoked salmon. And I got this is the Spey Bay Oak smoked salmon from Marks and Spencer's. And I think they're going for 3 for £10. And that does last for a while. So that's great. It's not a sponsored ad, but that's where I got it from, so that's what I'm telling you. But yeah. You know, when it comes to the yam, you can find it in most African grocers or specialty grocers, definitely. In the absence of that, you can use your potatoes or your green plantain, actually. Yeah. Ooh, now that, I would like that. How do we even do that? I'll figure that out. Now don't worry, if you don't have your smoked salmon, as I said, you can actually use your green chili sauce, your red chili sauce. You can use the black chili sauce, the Ghanaian black chili sauce, which is the chateau. You can be creative. Any stew that you have, just top it up now. What are you talking about? We dey talk food, this be food. Flavor ide, ijom. So it's a typical, it's just like yam with your egg stew. But of course with that Ndudu twist, you know, and be happy, eat your food, dance, tell me how you enjoyed it, tell me you love it, tell me it works, you know, yeah. And if it doesn't, keep that one to yourself. Did I just say that? So anyways, I've got it here and I've said with some smoked salmon and caviars, you do, and some, you know, peppermint flowers. Just be creative with that. Don't hold back. Life is too short. Anyway, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, I hope I have given you a reason to do so, and the notification button, which means each time I upload a video, you are notified of it, and you do not miss a thing, and I do not want to miss you. You know what I mean? So I have to do my catch and eat. Definitely. And of course, I've got to taste it. So here we go. Naturally, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog Ndudu by Fafa.blogspot.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa. Noel, thank you very much for this music. It did job itself. Now, until next time, take care of you. Be nice, be beautiful, be gorgeous, and live your life. Me love you for you.